Karol Markowicz joins us now. Karol, we're trying to avoid sharing this guy's name. I know you shared it, the pictures and everything else. It appears, based on all the evidence out there, that this is a Christian-targeted shooting by someone who clearly is mentally unstable based on the videos and the pictures out there. What can you tell us about this individual so far that you've been able to uncover from your sources?
It's all developing, and of course, it took a little while for them to clear the building because it was several buildings, and they were worried about things being booby-trapped. And so I can tell you that the original name that I had heard was actually his father's name because he had his father's car. I don't know if there's a manifesto yet. I see the same rumors that you guys do, but I haven't had that confirmed yet. It's a horrible story, and it really crushes me to imagine that somebody had such hate in their hearts for these, Catholic children and school officials that they would do something like this. And it's a horrible tragedy. I pray for all the people involved, and there's just no words.
Karol, how much have you seen that is solid on the reporting? Again, this goes to motive and motivation for this. First of all, is it your belief right now? Would you? I know we don't know, but the shooting yesterday and the shooting today, they're the same shooter most likely, right? Why aren't law enforcement making this connection?
Yeah, I haven't heard about whether that there is a connection. It seems to me related, but I don't know for sure. I know that also,
I mean, it's just to be clear for everybody, it's two mass shootings at two Catholic institutions with a semi-automatic rifle. I mean, in the same area.
Yeah, and the fact that this connection hasn't been made, I don't know what to make of that. I'm going to definitely keep you posted if I hear of anything. And, these pictures of whether this person was trans or not is also a question mark. There definitely seems to be, just based on the photos I've seen, but I also don't have a confirmation of that. I think as things develop, as the facts develop of this case, we'll learn more. Right now, we just have the pictures of the weapons and the pictures of this individual. And really, things are still very much developing.
There are pictures out there of this guy at a gun range firing at an image of Jesus. He had a YouTube page that has since been removed that has a manifesto of sorts posted. Clearly, this guy is deranged. Karol, you've been on the front of getting a lot of these stories out there. In terms of figuring out motivation, shooters, all these different things. What comes next in your experience of an investigation like this? I presume they head to wherever his residence is, worry about booby traps, things like that, to try to figure out what else might be out there. Is that typically the next step?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they're likely searching his home right now, trying to find evidence of motive. And as you guys said, it's clear that this person was mentally not well. And it's crazy also because a lot of this is very public, right? There's these, the video and the picture of him shooting at the Jesus Christ picture. All that kind of stuff is out there. And it's interesting because what are the next steps that we need to take as a society when we come across stuff like this? What should be the next step when law enforcement gets a tip about somebody being unstable? I think that that's something the Trump administration can look at and say, we keep having these tells of these shooters in advance. What should we do? How should we handle that? Could be a really interesting path for the Trump administration to take.
Karol, appreciate you being with us. Incredible
so much,
reporting
guys.
that you do on these incidents and to get the information, the facts out there as quickly as possible. And I mean, to me, the longer they delay on whether these two incidents are, it just seems to me like law enforcement some aspects of this, they just don't want to get out there quickly. But Karol, thank you for being with us. You guys know Karol has a podcast with us. Thanks, Karol. Karol has a podcast with us, Karol Markowicz Show. She does fantastic work. Go subscribe to the Clay and Buck podcast to hear Karol weekly. One of the best, honestly, Clay, one of the best breaking news reporters on mass shootings in the country. And that's not even something that I think she's known for, but that's not her day-to-day job. But she just has incredible law enforcement sources. She's a huge asset to this program. Clay, let's come back in and talk more about this. I mean, I think we're going to find that these shootings are connected, and I think that the trans connection to this is going to get bigger and bigger.
Which means that a lot of people are not going to want you to hear any of the details that we're talking about right now.